Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series, Dumbfounding Definitions, Dizzying Distinctions, and Diabolical Doctrines, a series starting through some of the jargon of philosophy. In this video, we're going to be answering the question, what is the doctrine of double effect? Now, you're alone in an out-of-control trolley rushing down the tracks. You're about to hit a branch in the tracks. Currently, the trolley is going towards 5 men stuck on the tracks. If you flip the switch, the trolley will change directions and go rushing towards 1 man stuck on the tracks. What do you do? Many people would say you should flip the switch and kill 1 instead of letting 5 die. Now imagine that there is a runaway trolley headed for 5 men stuck on the track, but now there is no split. However, this time you're on the side of the track, and there is a very fat man standing in front of you. You know for sure that if you push him in front of the trolley, it will stop before hitting the men, but it will kill the man that you just put in front of the trolley. What do you do? Though these seem like similar situations, killing 1 to stop 5 from dying, most people would say you shouldn't push someone in front of a trolley, but you should flip the switch. So it's a question for us in our ethical theories to determine what makes these two cases different. The doctrine of double effect offers one explanation of these conflicting intuitions. The doctrine of double effect has been used by the Catholic Church for many years and is one of the accomplishments of St. Thomas Aquinas. Check out my series on ethics for more on this. The doctrine of double effect is a method for determining if you can act in a situation where the side effects of your action are both positive and negative. There are several different formulations of this doctrine, but most simply, you may take an action which would produce both a good and a bad effect if and only if the situation is sufficiently serious, your intent is to produce the good effect, the bad effect is not the way the good effect is produced, and the act is not inherently wrong. So basically, it has to be serious enough to justify having both a good and a bad effect. You must want to be producing the good effect and just kind of see the bad effect as a necessary consequence of that. And the bad effect can't be the way the good effect is produced. You can't use the bad effect to produce the good effect. You can't use the torture to get the information that would save someone, for example. And the act itself, whatever it is you're doing, isn't inherently wrong or inherently forbidden by some other part of our ethical system. Another way to think of this kind of more simply is the good effect should be a result of the action, not the bad effect. And if you could attain the good effect without the bad effect, you would. So let's take a look at how that deals with the trolley problem. Since we are using the fat man to stop the trolley, the good effect of saving the men is a direct result of the bad effect of killing someone. Therefore, the action is wrong. However, switching the train to another track saves the 5 men, not because the 1 man is killed, but because of the action itself, the switching to a different track. And the 1 person could run off the track at the last second and the good effect would still be achieved, because the good effect isn't a result of the bad effect. But if the fat man jumped off the track before being killed, the goal would not be accomplished. However, there are some problems for this doctrine. A well-known one is the loop trolley problem. In this problem, you're back on the trolley and you can send it down one of 2 paths. One path goes straight to where there are 5 men on the tracks, and the other goes on a diversion where there is a fat man that will stop the trolley. If you flip the switch, the fat man will die, the trolley will stop, and the 5 people will be saved. If you do not, the 5 people will die and the fat man will be saved. What should you do? Now, this is a problem for the doctrine of double effect, since the common intuition is that you should push the switch and flip the trolley onto the other track. However, the good effect would not be caused by that action, since if the fat man ran off the track, the 5 people would still die. But in fact, it's caused by the bad effect of the man dying. So this is unacceptable for the doctrine. Basically, since if the fat men were able to get off the tracks, the 5 men would still die, according to the doctrine of double effect, you should let the trolley kill the 5 people instead of diverting it onto another track. What do you think? Should you flip the switch? Is there a way we can modify the doctrine of double effect to resolve this objection? Write your answers in the comments below, and for more on ethics, the doctrine of double effect, and agent-centered deontological theories of ethics, such as the ones in which the doctrine of double effect is used, check out my series on ethics, the good, the bad, and philosophy. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.